Nani?
Hey, thank you for the lurk, TJ. I appreciate it as always. Hope your streams have been going well. Seems like we could summon online for once. Ah, Logan's playing Cave Story. It's been a hot minute since I last saw that dude. And we go from one Mario theme to another. That's pretty funny.
Cowabunga.
That is really, really funny. Okay, I still need to get set up for a little bit, folks, so give me a second and I will be starting in a bit. Okay, still setting up another thing, and we should be good in a little bit. Oh no. I don't know if my pipes are ready. Hey, what's up, Camino? Let me think. It's been like this for a while. You just haven't been here for a while. I've been on the 2D VTubing thing for months now. But it's not now, it's been months since I started doing this. And even if you did stop by before when I've been doing this, you just you just haven't commentated on it. Like, it's only a small detail that you only just noticed now. The only thing is that I changed my avatar because Jesse May designed this one. Really now? I guess you picked it up on Steam or a console? I'm still setting up at the moment, so it's like quite sudden for you to message me at this time. When did I start doing this like 2D VTube? Camino, I've actually been doing this since November 2020. You've just been elsewhere from like November 2020 until now. So, yeah. Unfortunately, not a lot of people were positively receptive about my decision to do this, which is a disappointment because those people originally came from, like, the long-deserted... They were pretty much like long-deserted Adventure Quest 3D people, or still affiliated with the community, but just one of the toxic people, unfortunately. Picked up a physical Japanese copy? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing between the past few months, Camino, but I've been doing this since November 2020. November 2020 as a social experiment, actually, since, you know, VTubers are on the rise, whether it's 3D or 2D. Anywho, so what was I last doing here? The last thing I was doing was that we were doing some more investigation last night, and then we now got to, I think, the final part. Yeah, I think it's the final part of our investigation now. And then I think after this final part, we'll get to the final court cases, and we should be good, honestly. Like, we really should be good. So what we basically found out from the investigation phase was that when the victim was murdered, at the crime scene, somebody planted a hidden camera inside a gift to the victim. So they were able to get like footage of the murder happening in front of the camera. English is difficult. And then what else did we do besides that? I don't think we did anything much else. Oh yeah, we kind of like figured out where the heck Maya was kidnapped, but we still can't be able to get her out. We have currently a gut suspicion as to the identity of John Doe as a new character, as a supposed character has introduced himself. So yeah, the pieces are slowly but surely coming together. Oh, okay. I mean, if it came with Animal Crossing, then it's probably fun for you. Anywho. That's where we left off. So this should be the final part of the investigation. And then we should be on to the court cases, and I do want to be done with this game once and for all. Oh my god. I need a lot of water. I have animal croissant for almost a year. What does an animal croissant taste like? Like a more meaty quaxon? March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Corita's hotel room. And this is after we just discovered the hidden camera. Hey, Camino, if a word is misspelled, my brain will pronounce it as a literal English word. And will actually try to put a definition behind a misspelling. It always does that. If someone misspells a word, we put literal... We here on Channel Nintendo put literal definitions behind misspelled words. Heh. Heh. Anywho.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
Wait, she can pronounce Edgeworth correctly now? You're a little kid and you can pronounce Edgeworth correctly? And don't you usually call the dude Edgyworth? I mean, to be fair, Pearl's not wrong, though. Anywho. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her. So don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. It better be okay.
You're right.
Bruh. How the heck does she go from, like, very happy to very upset within one frame? That's like the one Digimon movie thing where they actually have the protagonist be upset and then be like, okay. Like, literally, it's like, it reminds me of that one Digimon movie. I forgot, it was like the second half of the movie where, like, the secondary character was trying to talk to the main protagonist and he went from, like, boo-hoo, very upset to be like, a smile on his face in one frame, like, okay. It's the same logic. I'll be picking up Crash 4 on the Switch and Fire Emblem 30th Game Manor. Oh, okay. Okay. I need to begin my Fire Emblem journey at some point in time, but this year's mainly focused on the Ace Attorney series. This month, though, we'll be going back into Pokemon. Tomorrow we'll be doing a bit more Pokemon Shield's Crown Tundra, and then Thursday and Friday will be some major revisit to the past of my old DS cartridges of Pokemon Diamond, my OG files of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And I'll be sure to cringe so hard at how much I've action replayed my old files. Anything else we should examine here? I don't think we should examine anything else, honestly.
Wow, there are a lot of bears.
Okay, we don't need the clown. We don't need the clown to talk again. Why would we need to talk to Pearl about these topics? So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. Yeah, because assassins leave their calling cards behind. I think the game is loud enough. Is the game loud enough for people? Is my audio loud enough? I'm thinking the audio is loud enough. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired to kill her to begin with? Who is his client? The thing is, Mr. Phoenix, right? That information is strictly confidential, and no assassin would actually they would not actually, by contract, they cannot reveal who hired them. They are not within their own rights to actually disclose that information. That's the word I'm trying to look for. Disclose.
You mean who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer. That's actually a logic, though, because, like, it's a contract thing on the deep web, the dark side of the internet, that, like, people think they can actually get away with, like, hiring someone who's a professional, who could do kidnapping or killing. and they think they could get away with it, but in reality, they're still the one who had the intent to actually get away with the sin, with the crime. So, yeah.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I highly doubt it, honestly. I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt on guard himself? Was it Matt? Was it our client?
If Matt on guard really did hire the assassin,
Then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
but it can't be Mr. On guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him,
Mr. On guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at the time. Something feels suspicious. Something sus. I think this dude is still sus, even if we're defending him as his lawyer. Oh yeah, that's one of my accent words, lawyer. Because East Coast accent. Actually, that reminds me.
did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something intriguing.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls?
Juan had bet everything on the Champion Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had his Insansa secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
God, Adrian's still kind of cute, though.
Mr. On guard's secret? What is the secret?
How am I supposed to know? We haven't found out about it yet. I don't know yet. Yeah, exactly, we don't know. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrida was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. On guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrida silenced. This is getting much more interesting. Which means we have to meet with On guard. There's no way around it now. I like how Pearl's just staring at us intently, like we finally got the clue. We finally got a hand. Yeah, I know who John Doe is now. I think.
One more day.
Yeah, if we could bring the trial to its end, she'll be back. Don't worry.
I decided I won't cry anymore, Mr. Nick.
Yay, Pearls is growing up.
You're so brave and holding strong on Mystic Maya, so I have to do the same. If only I had studied harder during my training, I could be a bigger help to you, Mr. Nick.
Don't worry about it, really, Pearls. You're doing a great job.
Mr. Nick, is there a waterfall around here? I feel I must be made new under the rushing spring waters.
Sorry, Pearls. The only body of water around here is a lake.
Oh, thanks anyway. This is the first time I've ever met someone who loves to eat instant noodles.
To be fair, there's a lot of people who love to eat instant noodles. College students like to eat instant noodles as well. You ever have to live on so much instant noodles when you have nothing else left to eat? But hey, here's the thing though, if you want to actually make the most out of instant noodles, just take some for real talk though, with instant noodles, you don't necessarily have to use everything from the container. Just cook the noodles, wash them to remove as much starch as you could, and then just spend some decent amount of change for in-season produce. And boom. Add some hot water, and if you can spare some extra money on eggs, that's a really gourmet meal right there. Something tells me Gumshoe isn't eating them because he genuinely likes them, but
He's working so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. I'm going to get him lots and lots of instant noodles as a thank you present. Is it really that important to be the master of all stars? So important that you try to find your friend's weakness and then expose them?
Is Pearls really actually trying to think of a theory or a hypothesis here? She may be onto something. I wouldn't know.
Is it really alright for us to trust him? This person, Mr. On Guard?
I don't know. I can't even answer that for myself. We have to go see him one more time. That's the only way to know for sure.
I was wondering if that old lady is really a person from Earth. I mean, maybe she's really from way outer space.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the exact same thing. She's too strange to be from Earth.
Why did Miss Andrews? Why did she free Mr. On Guard, Mr. Nick?
She has some sort of grudge against Mr. On Guard. Hey, I can kind of relate to her. I hold grudges too sometimes. But why is that? That's still something we have to figure out. Let's go ask her, okay?
This person was Miss Andrews' mentor, and she killed herself, right?
And you're 8 years old and you're being exposed to this. Right, and Mr. Corrida hid Miss Impact's suicide note. Why is Pearl one of the more intelligent people in this game? Honestly, that's a pretty good question. For an 8-year-old, she's a genius in the works. So to get it back, Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. But the thing is, where is that suicide note now? March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. We still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corrida held about Mr. On Guard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are 2 things I must know tonight.
And aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls, don't you worry. Can we go into actually... Oh, we can't go into the... We can't go into our client's room. Quote-unquote client. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Is there more people here? God damn it, I spoke too soon. Hey, wait, Chotto Mate.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. But just like now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgepoo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. Why the heck does Old Bags exist? Like, honestly, why the heck does she need to exist? Why? Ugh. Okay. It looks like...
This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hid in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? Well, what's that?
Oh, it means, well, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corrida.
I'll let you in on one other secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything. Okay.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? What are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager Juan had.
Quote unquote, one had.
It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I think this kind of imagery would not fly in a quote unquote rated T game in this day and age, honestly. I think the ESRB, the rating system we use now, I think it's getting stricter and stricter and stricter, honestly. Because the last two like mainline Ace Attorney what is it? The last two major Ace Attorney games, they were rated M for mature. So that's been on my mind for a little bit. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? I don't really like it to pronounce like S's next to an apostrophe because it's S's. You either say something is or you just like say the S once. It's kind of weird without like some direction.
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know?
Married? You mean to Mr. Corita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after the marriage announcement.
3 days after the marriage announcement? What in the...
Now, why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What?
Nani?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
Soka.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
Asuka. How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
I don't think there's like anything further to like talk with her. Let's go back to the hotel lobby and probably meet up with somebody in the lobby unexpectedly. March 22nd, Gatewater hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. Guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Criminal Affairs Department? March 22nd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. Yo, you're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Unguard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Mr. Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go.
Oh, what?
I've already called them so they know. Go on. Go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. March 22nd, Wright and Company Law Offices.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around all... with that camera asking around at all the... Well, okay. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
And I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
It looks like Pearl really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever brought lettuce before.
Aw, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. I don't think I'm missing anything right now. Yeah, I'm not missing anything right now. Wait. To the detention center! This is where things are probably going to get real interesting. March 22nd, detention center, visitors room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I don't know. If anybody's lurking in chat, who should we hear from first? The person we're accusing of to be the killer? Or our actual client? I know the choice doesn't matter here. Maybe the choice doesn't matter here. I don't think the choice matters here, but if anybody has a particular preference, let me know. Because I think I'm kind of indifferent, because I do want to know the juicy details of the both of them. You know? Sometimes we can't make up our mind on our own. Hmm. While y'all decide, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly rehydrate a bit with a bit of agua. So give me a quick second, folks. And if anybody has a preference as to whose story should we hear out first, then let me know in the chat. I'll play some background music in the meantime. There won't be an advertisement for now. Okay, I've returned. Oh, looks like someone has redeemed, well, okay, let's go ahead and pull for him. Well, you asked for it. Well, Leon, since you redeemed the points thingamajiggy, you help me decide. Who should we hear out the story of first? The client we're defending? Or the person we're accusing the murder of? What do you think? Who should we hear out first? If you're still there, of course.
Hi, how are you?
So you're saying we should hear out the story of the person we're accusing of the murder? Like, they're not actually the killer, but the person we're accusing. That's what you're saying, right? Just want to make sure. Alrighty. You know what's real interesting? When they say, like, it's, like, past visiting hours, like 9 p.m., they haven't even bothered to, like, make a different detention center background with, like, the windows not having sunlight. Because I'm pretty sure that, quote-unquote, past 9 p.m. would not have sunlight. Anyways, minor detail.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Ms. Andrew knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corita had on Mr. On Guard.
It was near Juan's dead body. I noticed it when I went to fill the glass. And then when I realized that Juan was dead, I completely panicked. That's when he must have unconsciously picked this card up and put it into my pocket. As for why, I simply don't know.
She says a bunch of things in common with the evidence. About this photo.
The person who stabbed the body and opened the guitar case was me.
And that was so you could get the Nickel Samurai's costume out so you could wear it?
I thought I had executed that part quite well. But you showed me differently. You are a formidable lawyer, Mr. Wright. When I was pouring that glass of juice, I honestly had no idea that Juan was dead.
I see.
I really am a terrible woman, aren't I? One moment, I'm thinking of looking after him. And the next, I'm stabbing him in the chest with a knife.
So there was a Nickel Samurai costume inside of this case, correct?
Yes, there was. I even personally carried it there from the studio. I always thought it was such a childish thing to dress up and wear a costume like that. But I never thought I would wind up using it myself that night. It appears to me that rumors were started by Juan himself.
Mr. Corita? But...
I'm Matt's manager, remember? I think he wanted to embarrass Matt through his relationship with me.
But did Mr. Corita like you?
There weren't any feelings of love between us. For me, it was about getting Celeste's suicide note. For him, it was about wounding Matt's pride. That's all it was.
That's...
Poor Pearls is in shock. She sees just how cruel the world can really be.
was the one who organized the whole press conference.
Oh, that would explain it.
Juan wanted to deal the most damage possible. Juan wanted to deal the most damage possible to Matt's career.
I realized the flow of reading that sentence was off.
And that's why he was killed. It's quite simply a story of cause and effect, yes?
Miss Andrews?
That things have come to this. I have nothing left to say about that man. Not one word. I hate talking about myself. It's a trifling matter, that's why.
Sorry. What about your mentor?
Celeste was my mentor. She was a strong woman, a strong, independent woman. She wouldn't kill herself over any old trifling matter.
So, you have some ideas of why she killed herself?
Yes, I suppose.
We should talk about it.
He is a very prideful man, or rather was. He absolutely had to compete with Matt in everything, no matter what it was. He really was such an idiot. Bug.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I guess maybe all stars are like that. Never giving any thought to other people's feelings.
I mean, she's not wrong. There's a bunch of people in Hollywood who do exhibit that kind of behavior, to be fairly honest.
That's Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man, a man with a good heart. But that's all he is and ever will be.
What a horrible thing to say.
Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I thought we were going to talk about you pleading the fifth. Okay. I'd like to ask you about Matt, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Matt, Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
About Miss Celeste Impacts.
I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. It is true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, when I heard that Juan had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip.
Oh, that makes sense.
But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out. Right?
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge?
Huh? Or did you say something just now?
Oh, that's one Cyclock. A Cyclock, huh?
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. if it's one psych lock, we might have the one thing we need to break it. Anyways. So. Could I? Alright. Let's take a look now. Da-da-da-da. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Matt on guard for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Ms. Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Okay, so we have to think carefully now. None of this will work. However... could it be just Celeste impacts? Something that happened to Celeste? That's the only thing I could think of. Like, literally. Because if she is so dependent on her mentor, then something must have happened between, Matt and Celeste that wanted her to take revenge. That's the only thing I could think of. And I'm not looking at a guide or anything for this, I swear. If I did, you guys would see it anyways.
Celeste.
There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Ms. Impact's suicide.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
So the parse part was definitely with Celeste. This might be the key. This might be the key. So, what we learned is that the victim wanted to dress up as his rival to confess something at a press conference. This might be the answer to what we haven't found out about the press conference. Wait, never mind. No, that's not substantial enough. However, we are onto something there. Although, actually, let's backtrack a little bit. I don't know if we do have enough evidence or anything to actually, like, finally break that psych lock. What we can prove is that, like, something happened. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Leon. I appreciate it. Wait, we're back at the... There's something new on the Criminal Affairs Department? March 22nd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Who has to help who now? Uh-oh. Mr. Powers!
Oh, what happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
Oh, what?
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago. I was on my way home. But all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They sent my face in the hole.
Hey, thank you for the host, Keep. I appreciate it.
They said my face and the whole self in general looks suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I could see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? That's Swan's former manager, right? Celeste Impacts. She was with Global Studios for a while way back when. But some things happened and she ended up moving over to Worldwide Studios.
Some things as in...
Well, there's no one left around who knows the details, you know. Only rumors are left now. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit, just a little.
So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know. If you're interested, I could give you a little bit of the details.
He's so happy he looks like a lion that's just found his next meal.
I never would have thought I'd see her here of all places.
Alright. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. It sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick. Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends now, do I?
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
What is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible, that's unforgivable.
Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. Well, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, is Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impex?
Well, you heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note,
Yeah, we're aware.
and they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man."
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Ungard and Mrs. Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There are things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. I think we found out all we could from Mr. Lionface himself. Do we have what we need to break the psych lock? Besides one profile? Could I... Is it one? No, it's not. What is this relationship between her and... What is the... Okay, I really need to think now. Like, after I present the profile. It's an absurd idea, so we first present her mentor's picture, and then... Hey, what's up, Corexy? We present her mentor's picture. Her mentor committed suicide. Her mentor was the rivals manager. The one who hid the suicide note was also the rival who was the victim. What does all this have to do with our client? Why would Juan be there? Because he got killed? And we don't know who the killer is? He must have had some relation to the... So that's not it. The relation between her mentor and her client. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. I don't think I missed a single clue or anything. Unless I did, then nobody would be telling me that I missed a clue.
Take that!
I'm just doing alright, Corexy. I'm just trying to use some brain power right now to progress the story of this game and finally finish it tonight.
Take that!
It would mean that our client had some relation to the mentor and her suicide. So she wants us to explain what's the relation between her mentor and her client. Well, let's check our evidence, actually. Are we missing something? I feel like we're missing something. Or is it somebody's profile? We already presented her profile first. The only additional information we've been given is that our client is a playa with women. Maybe we present his profile? Because there's the chance that if we present his picture, that could be understandable. Let's try that. Maybe I've done that already, though. I'd have to rewind the footage or something.
Take that! Take that!
No, that doesn't work. The music didn't stop playing. If we progress the story, the music would stop playing. But that didn't happen. And I don't know. I'd hate to look the answer up. We haven't gotten any more evidence or clues, though, so what the heck could it be? Is it the suicide note?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hey, Kaiser dude. So it's correct that she had something for revenge. But what do we show that proves the relation between him and her? What I can't understand is that there probably was a relationship between Celeste and Matt. But I don't know if I have what I need to prove that. Unless it's the suicide report that details the missing suicide note. Because we got information saying that, like, I was with an insidious man, which is what Celeste wrote, I think. No, it's not what she wrote, it's what she discussed with her friends prior to the suicide.
Take that! Take that! Take that!
No, it's still not the correct answer. Why am I only getting half of it? Like, the only new thing that happened was, like, Mr. Powers showing up at the police station. And I go to any other location and nothing new has happened. Unless... no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we have the second piece of evidence. This is gonna hold me up. March 22nd, On Guard Mansion, living room. Did anything new happen here? Looks like no one is around.
No, what happened to the person with the stuffed teddy bear? The stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face.
Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Hehe, come on, let's play.
I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Is there anything we can examine around here? So nothing new has happened in the living room. I feel like something should have happened though, but I don't know. So Liam picked Adrian Andrews first, so we're trying to, like, crack her case before we move on to Matt. Unless we actually should hear out Matt first. Which might actually crack the case. If something he revealed... I think if our information is missing, I think we're gonna have to talk to Matt. So let's do that. I do not like the looks of things. All right, here we go. I guess we're gonna have to hear out Matt. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you could get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt on Guard. Yo, what's wrong, dude? Mr. On Guard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. Totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. Oh, you mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Ms. Andrews.
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Ah, shucks. You son of a gun. I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andridge's relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. Ah, but I don't know any of the details if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Ms. Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager, and Ms. Andrews was going to get Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we go get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Seems like we have to break these locks first.
Take that!
Now, let's hear about what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Oh, March 22nd, right in company law offices. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Da. Steel Samurai theme. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum.
Mr. Nick, your phone.
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Beep. Hello?
We've got a big problem, pal.
Oh, what's wrong?
I'm on my way to your office right now.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here?
It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I said I'm going to... Oh. I got here faster than I thought. Bruh.
Hey.
No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything here.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what? And this bear's what gave them away, pal.
The bear?
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured?
Shh, Pearls. And? Go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt on guard.
Huh?
Matt on guard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for
$3,800?
That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
Does that include with or without tax?
Boy.
A receipt, that's all you have?
Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me. I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found?
Oh, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I could give these back to you and for you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt on Guard.
Well, why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him, Mr. On Guard, I mean?
Yeah.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt on Guard, what in the world have you done? Yeah, it was that expensive. You know what you can get with 3,800 bucks? You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, let's talk. Yeah, exactly. Could you please take a look at this? I know it may not seem important to you. Well, if it's not important, then I'd rather be in bed. If I don't get my 12 hours of beauty sleep, my skin's gonna wrinkle up like a prune, dude. 12 hours of...
You know, he's right, Mr. Nick. Your skin's kind of drying up here and there.
I swear, after this case is over, I'm going to get lots of sleep. Everybody needs more sleep. Well, for now, we need to crack this dude's case. The bear. This bear was in Mr. Kurita's room on the night of the murder. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. So, it's a present, dude. It actually looks kinda classy, if you know what I mean. Yes, I hear it's quite expensive, which is why it is very odd that this gadget was found inside this bear.
Take that!
This is a very small video camera, and it was hidden inside this bear's eye. Maybe it's a really curious bear? Well, whatever this bear saw was sent somewhere using this transmitter, which means someone on the night of the murder was secretly filming Mr. Kurita's room. I can actually sleep for that long, Kaiser dude, but even then I would get wake up really fatigued. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan, quote unquote. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to you was
Take that!
obviously you. Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble, dude. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The receipt?
Take that!
I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you could tell me from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800. No one buys a toothbrush for that much.
Bruh.
It's ivory and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yeah? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like a stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... It has to be the magazine clipping, right? He wants to get, wait, no. He wanted to see the murder in action. No, that can't just be it.
Take that!
Adrian Andrews? There is a rumor going around that Ms. Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. Yo, what are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Ms. Andrews. And there's only one thing I could think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was... The picture card? Because there's the crime photo, but the picture card is missing. And Adrian Andrews took it, which is why it's missing from the crime photo.
Take that!
That's all I could think about. Yo, what is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard? I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because... you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate your rival, Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is... you, Matt on guard.
Nani?
He has something fishy on his face. He has absolutely something fishy on his face. Here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, but Mr. On Guard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Oh, these are his true colors. Where did he get the glass from? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adria, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her.
Hi, how are you?
This has to be a case of split identity, like dissociative identity disorder? A magic satchel. From where? Yeah, this has to be like a psychotic dude going with dissociative identity disorder. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
That's... you're lying. What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on. Let us grown-ups talk more. About more adult things.
But why? Why did she hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret. I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me? How much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I could keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I. Oh. That sneaky, cheeky son of a biscuit. Oh, we're gonna turn this against him. Deadpool has the powers Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. Oh, okay. That's also true. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. I love how the security guard back there is just like, I'm just doing my job. I'm not listening.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sing so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give in, then Mr. Engarde's secret would have...
Well,
Hi, how are ya?
that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you sugar feed them. You spoon feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their asses off for me. Matt on guard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita. And you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed any— Oh. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? And all I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Ugh. Aw, but too bad you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Aw, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
The Mystic Maya.
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it all my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Hold on a second. Before we continue with Edward Scott dialogue, what's up, James? Okay, so now our client is actually a two-faced backstabber. He's legit a two-faced backstabber. Wow. There's one more thing I want to do before we continue with the dialogue. I want to try the Cyclock thing again. I want to try... Can we present the card early?
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
A $300 toothbrush is still a ridiculous price for a toothbrush, my dude.
Take that!
Okay, yeah, so we can present this card after the credit card receipt. So obviously he's the assassin's client, blah 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 blah. Two-faced split personality disorder. Yeah. Dissociative identity disorder. Dissociative identity disorder? No, he addresses... What the flip? No, if it's dissociative identity disorder, each personality would go by a different name, but he still acknowledges that he is, well, himself. Alright, let's see what happens if we present profiles. And stuff. I don't care what you show. I think you've got enough out of me, don't you? Enough freebies for today. The rest is up to you. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? Okay, so presenting stuff to him does not work. So I guess in this case, we have to low-key help the prosecution now. Like, even Edgeworth saw this coming, which is why he barged into the room. And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth! I don't care for the horde atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department, and we still need to interview Adrian Andrews. Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No! We can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What? What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And what does this have to do with the issue on hand right now, Edgeworth? And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, Matt on guard. Man, it's really... Ugh, son of a bitch. It doesn't matter who, every person deserves proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard in acquittal, that isn't proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. So you're basically calling me now. We're basically going from Phoenix right to Phoenix wrongo. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. It's like it's going from Naruhodo to like something Ryuchi to like something Chigao Ryuchi. We aren't some... okay. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why do I need to fight, though? People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect win record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you'll be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick! The transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What's the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Your client ordered you to assassinate his rival. And you're holding our assistant hostage for what now? why are you doing this for that cold-hearted, cold-blooded killer? Right?
Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
What the hell is an aftercare?
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and is part of the assassin's duty, and part of the assassin's business, and part of... the Assassin's Creed.
Dun dun dun. Also, thank you for the host, Shivam. An Assassin's Creed? I mean, duty? Anyways.
We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney.
They could have just translated to expertise and, like, save, like, one bit of space. Like, they could just translate the Japanese from, I did what I had to do to enlist your expertise. Expert help kind of sounds, eh?
And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before, however.
You did, but...
My name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer.
You're Shelly the Killer?
Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya!
it would be my duty as an assassin to see she receives a nice long nap.
No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome.
Eh? There's a meow.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
I don't know what to say.
Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission?
Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be! That cat, can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately.
Alright, you hurry over as well then.
Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah.
Just came to see your streams must get going. I see be on your stream next time for sure. Whenever that is, Shivam. Like, if you have something to do, I don't blame you. And also, when I'm in the middle of my voiceover, I'm in the middle of my voiceover. Especially when I'm trying to give a rough English accent. Well, I don't know if it's okay for you, because, like, I know you're probably in, like... You're probably in a place where you're surrounded by English accent people, and I don't call it British, I don't call it Australian, I don't call it New Zealandish. I call it English in general, because, like, there's subtle distinctions and differences between, like, all three of those, accents. Unless you want to actually also count in Welsh accent, or Irish. To which then, some people have a hard time understanding Welsh and Irish accent. What is my bitrate doing tonight? March 22nd on Guard Mansion living room. Oh my god, there's a teddy bear left over here. Maya!
Please answer us, Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area.
I can't believe it. That butler. All this time he was the killer?
He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
You know what? Who else could work out a contingency plan? Twitch, because right now my bitrate is hiccuping again. Like, literally, it's hiccuping. So there's, like, major laggage for a lot of people right now.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Arrgh, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Unguard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Hey, remember owning a satellite and an antenna, and owning VCRs and stuff? I used to own one of these. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. A huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy samurai fan. I could see the nickel samurai on a TV like this.
yeah, that's exactly what she said, and also exactly why oh my god. Bitrate, what the hell? Yeah, that's what she say. I can't believe I just played a joke about Maya, all things considered. Can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like On Guard taped all of his own shows. It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
Let's check the computer. It's On Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Nick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. It's a very small table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls in there.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
What a spacious sofa. Bet 10 pearls would fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
Oh, the wine cellar's available. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. There's something on the floor, though. Maya. What's this? This looks like a picture of Ms. Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax, you mean?
This is the final piece we're looking for. This is the final piece of evidence we need. Yeah, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Unguard's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
What's so special about the frame?
On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get on guard at guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag or not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk.
The helpless lunk? Who you calling the helpless lunk?
That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
And that's... No! Mystic Maya.
Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house. This is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. March 22nd, detention center visitors room. Oh, that was fast.
Good evening, Mr. Wright.
Oh, are you sure it's evening? I practically can't tell from all this extra sunlight coming in. Anyways.
Oh, what's wrong? You look ill.
Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock.
My psych lock?
I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret.
Fine, go ahead. Try to break me, if you can.
Oh my goodness sakes. We're so close, yet so far, and we still have to go through the trials. Okay, we know the first part. The first part is to present Celeste's profile, and the last part, present the picture we just found. Now, we already went through this dialogue. We just had to present Celeste's picture.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
Gladly.
Take that!
This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though.
What?
With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? We cracked the nut, didn't we? We cracked the case.
Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ungard's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Oh, the bitrate's back, folks. So, if anybody's still lurking and whatnot, please refresh so we can actually get caught up with the whatever I'm saying real time, and I just jinxed myself. Well, why frame him? Tell us. Why did you decide to frame the person you're the manager of? Actually, can I present anything?
Please stop trying to ask me about such little things, Mr. Wright. Isn't there something else you should be asking me about? Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yeah, we're aware of that. Yeah, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean?
I think I could see where this is going.
Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time.
Well. My, oh my, have the tables turned.
I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, or
You were a couple, weren't they?
it wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
I see. So that's what happened.
Then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impacts.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds and, so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered the body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge? There's that word again. Is this Turnabout revenge?
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course.
And that was at the press conference after the stage show.
I know all about it because I heard it from Juan. It was so I could find out all about this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, It was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two are always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation or with what I know now. And hey, Corexy, thanks for stopping on by. I appreciate it. Oh, now it's a good time to take oh my god. What a twist! What a twist! Wow, that was a lot to digest. Oh, thank you for that, Kiba. Actually, that's a good idea. I should triple hydrate. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, it's the same nightmare again. What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
I mistimed that. I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. Oh yeah, it was at the beginning of the game. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Now listen up, you better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever.
Maya. Phoenix. Mia. Maya, how's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But
you can't give up. There's still some hope left.
stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Who's calling? It's that accursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
Oh, you're really mean, pal.
Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you?
They let me join the investigation team, or we're chasing after the killer, pal.
That you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. We're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we could get Maya out, then you could get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that, so you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer?
If you go on Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh. Well, that's an idea. That's an absolute genius idea. Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you.
Oh, got it. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance.
Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make sure the trial will last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. March 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Alright, let me go ahead and get this portion, started first. I need to take a break. Like an actual break. Be right back real quick, folks, and I should be well and ready and hydrated for the finale of this game.